Florida going through this hurricane, man. I really do. Really do. I gotta come back down next Friday. I really do, Hammer Nation. It's pathetic. You know what I'm talking about? The Jacksonville crime right now. The hurricane is taking over. I got all this food here. I'm trying to think. I don't want this organic crap. Jeez, this is red hot, stingy honey garlic. I'm trying to figure out what I can use out of here. Okay. We got some green beans, Mike. This is I got some king salmon. Nut. Yeah. I got chopped Italian. Just fruit spread. Yeah, Smucker's red raspberry. Organic soup. Wobbles. Yeah, just had this. That's it. Here's some overrated blocker popcorn. Enchilada sauce. Thank you for coming on there. It's getting bad, man. Look what's happening in Florida, man. Idalia is just slamming Florida. It's just slamming Florida, man. It's just slamming Florida. Now it's up to Savannah, Georgia. They're going to have a storm surge expected. I'm sorry. They're having a storm surge expected. So it could hit, you could get some of it here. I'm just looking outside here. I doubt you could come here. But right now, it's not hitting here yet. It's not hitting here yet. It's not hitting here. It hasn't hit here yet. What's this? Oh. It hasn't hit here yet. Right now it's still hot. Wobble, 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 wobbles. Still not hit here yet. So it hasn't hit here just yet.
Are already in Florida, positioned with 45 of these disaster relief trucks.
The supplies themselves that we'll be distributing in the area
are already staged down in Florida. So what we're doing today is providing a vehicle, very.
So it's still we know what they're going through, man. We went through it with Sandy, man. Sandy
These seasons are only
was
getting
it was
worse.
bad.
Warming of the waters down south and so on. What do you expect? What are you predicting?
We know how. Well, no, we know what New Jersey went through with
Well, we're still
Sandy,
very much
man.
at the peak of hurricane season. September is typically our busiest month, so I think we still got a long ways to go and just need everybody, all coastal residents.
We know what we went through with Sandy. Sandy was a disaster for us here. I never experienced anything like Sandy before. I hope we never have to again, but Sandy was bad. Anybody who was there when Sandy hit, let me know when y'all was there when Sandy hit, y'all. I mean, man, Sandy was bad, real bad. And I'm sure everybody remembers Sandy, where y'all were when Sandy hit us. We didn't have no power or nothing. You know, my late husband, you know, everybody had their gas cans. Everybody, it was traffic backed up. I mean, I will never forget Sandy for the rest of my life. So I know what the people in Georgia is going to go through now. Georgia's getting the same kind of dose. And I feel sorry for everybody down there in Florida. I'm sure they'll pick themselves up. But man, Sandy, every time I see all that water, it reminds me of Sandy. Anybody know? Was anybody there when Sandy hit us? Let me know. I'm sure y'all remember Sandy. And Governor Christie said we're gonna clean it up with a mop. What a dork. Yep, I remember when Sandy hit us. Yep, I do remember when Sandy hit us. Who's this? Yep, I do remember when Sandy hit us, man. So Georgia's getting the same kind of dose. Savannah, Georgia is getting hit with both Adalia. We might get parts of it here. Yeah. So we know what Sandy can do. We knew what Sandy could do. The boardwalk got hit. All the businesses got hit. We had gates, but the water still kept coming in there. It's still hot out here, man. So, yeah, I remember when Sandy hit us. Got my earrings. So I hope we don't get the same kind of dose that Sandy. North Brunswick got hit. Southbound is the one that got the most floods. That was the worst part, was the flooding. That was the worst part of Sandy, the flooding. Yeah, that was the worst part, was the flooding of Sandy. So,
We cover nearly every car on the road, up to 20 years
so
old, no matter the mileage.
Sandy was bad, real bad. I didn't go to the workshop a week when Sandy hit us. And just a minute, Hammer Nation. I'd like to ask everybody in Hammer Nation where y'all were when Sandy hit. You know, I remember Sandy real well. I don't think us in the Jersey Shore forgot what Sandy did to us. So I can understand what the people in Florida going through now. They went through with Hurricane Andrew and all the rest of them. But Sandy was the worst of the worst when it hit us here. No, 2 more days at the workshop and then this Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Sandy, I thought we was prepared for Sandy. Then Obama came down and hugged Governor Christie. Y'all remember when Governor Christie had Obama, we needed help, and Obama held them. You know? I'd like to ask everybody in Hammer Nation, look, man, this is Gulf Coast floor. Look at all that.
There's still such flooding concerns for part of the city. The mayor tells me that they're still waiting for some of this water to recede so that officials.
So we're going to have fun down here. Y'all remember when Sandy hit us? I'd like to ask everybody in Hammer Nation where y'all were when Sandy hit us. I'm sure New Jersey like to forget about Sandy. Sandy was a disaster. But I hope the people in Florida make it through this. I'm sure they'll make it through this. Whatever damage is left out of Idalia. But every time I think of Idalia, I still think of Sandy. Yeah. Anywho, I hope y'all enjoying the rest of your afternoon. And, you know, it was rough going with Sandy. It really was. I'll see y'all later.